Hey, this is James Roten with Need Computer Help. Today we're going to talk about backups for your business. And we're going to reference a white paper that we recently wrote about different backup mechanisms to ensure your business is adequately covered for this very vital function. First off, the challenge. Many businesses we perform IT audits for lack a solid backup strategy. Here's some common scenarios. First off, the backups are completely non-functional and the business is aware. Second, the business believes the backups are functional, but indeed they're not. Here's a really common one. Backups are in place, but they're not actively monitored for failure or success. Or they're in place for on-site, but there's no off-siting procedure, so everything remains in the office all the time. This is one of my favorite ones. The server data is backed up, but many of the users store data locally. Next one, business is backing up files, but not applications or emails. I see that one continuously. And then backup drives are map drives, which are then susceptible to viruses and ransomware, just like any other drive. And last, we have a SQL database, but we're not running appropriate backup procedures on the SQL database itself. If you're listening to this video and you're a business owner or a manager of any type in a business, there's a very good chance your backups fall into one of these categories. It's very common in businesses, and this white paper outlines solutions to inadequate backup strategies. First off, the solution. They're not complex to set up correctly, but a few key areas must be addressed. Automatic backup procedures with daily monitoring must be in place. It's got to be automatic. It can't rely on a person to do something every day or once a week or once a month. Image or file backups are utilized based on an analysis of business requirements. Servers are all backed up, period, end of story, regardless of what function they serve. And then locally stored workstation and laptop data is included in the backup process. Backups are stored both on-site and off-site, so data is in multiple locations, and this on-siting and off-siting happens automatically. It's not somebody rotating a drive and carrying it in and out. Email backups are addressed comprehensively, and all company email is backed up, period, end of story. And backups are set up where they're not susceptible themselves to be attacked with viruses and ransomware. And if SQL servers involved, appropriate backup procedures are configured for the SQL server. When these are met, the business has achieved a solid backup strategy. Further details. Automating and monitoring backup. A solid backup should be automatic, and it should be monitored for success and failure. This is a critical area in backups. One of the issues we see is that part of the process is not automatic. For example, a business implements a backup strategy to copy files to a set of portable drives that are rotated on-site and off-site periodically. The office manager maintains this for a period of time and then stops the rotation. Backups are functional on-site but never rotated off-site because the process wasn't fully automated. Monitoring is very crucial. It must include success notification and failure notification. Why would we notify on success? The answer is simple. If we only notify on failure and the notification itself stops working, how will we ever know the backup is failing? Someone must be responsible for watching the notifications, and if a failure message is delivered, this person must respond to the notification. Ideally, the business's IT provider will monitor the backups on a daily basis and report any failures. IT providers should be equipped with software to keep this simple. We have automatic processes that will monitor for the success and failure. It's very simple for us to keep up with, for example. The provider can then monitor backups for many different customers efficiently, which further improves and automates this entire process. Image versus file backups. So, traditionally, we only had file-based backups. We would back up the shares on the server in the old days, and we were all thrilled with this strategy. This doesn't work anymore. An image backup maintains a copy of the entire environment. Sometimes they're referred to as a bare metal backup. The entire server, workstation, or laptop can be restored onto another device or back onto the device itself in the case of a total loss. The operating system, all software, all configurations, and all files are restored to a point before the failure, which quickly returns the computer back to its original state. This process is much more thorough, and it ensures we're capturing all data in our backup plan. Restores are also tremendously faster in the case of a total failure because we're bypassing reinstalling the operating system, reinstalling software, and configuring the environment. File backups, on the other hand, are the more traditional approach. Sometimes this is the most cost-effective. The business must ask whether the file backup is adequate and whether the anticipated downtime to restore during a total failure is acceptable. Many of our solutions will cover an image backup on-site and a file backup off-site. This ensures we have a solid on-site backup strategy for most failures, and we have a cost-effective strategy should we have a catastrophic situation where having files is adequate. Servers, workstations, and laptops. Solid backup strategies will ensure servers, workstations, and laptops are all backed up adequately. Each environment is different on this requirement. In a non-mobile environment, we can implement a policy where data is always stored on the server. We can even redirect local folders such as My Documents to store on a server share. In this type of backup, a server backup offers a great strategy. Unfortunately, in today's workplace, we don't see this type of environment too often. Many businesses have mobile employees, remote employees, or employees that carry a laptop back and forth to home at work. Files end up stored on the laptops and on the server. A server-based backup strategy is inherently missing data in this environment. This business needs a different backup strategy that captures mobile devices and the servers. Other businesses just have users that want to save locally, and the environment doesn't have local folders redirected to the server. This is a great setup, but the backup strategy must capture local data. On-site and off-site backups. Solid backup strategies will always ensure backups are maintained on-site and off-site. We see many businesses maintaining backups in only one location, which falls short. The on-site is critical for one main reason. Recovery time is much quicker through an on-site copy than an off-site copy. Unless we are dealing with a catastrophic loss where the on-site backup was destroyed, along with the data itself being destroyed, we would be restoring from the on-site. The second reason on-site backups are critical is costs. We are storing locally using a NAS drive, for example, which lends itself to an inexpensive solid strategy for maintaining a local backup. The offsite is critical for one main reason as well. Catastrophic loss will destroy the servers, the workstations, the laptops, and the on-site backup. We now only have the off-site backup to rely on. Should your business suffer a catastrophic loss, there will be immediate confidence and hope knowing that an on-site backup of all critical data is already in place. This mitigates tremendous risk for any business. How to get started. Need Computer Help offers IT audits and backup audits. If you're watching this video, there is a probability that you need backup help. Let us assess your current strategy and recommend a solution. We've partnered with Vault America and we've partnered with Dado to provide our customers with a very solid and cost-effective backup strategy. Different requirements and environments will determine which path we recommend. We have one last note. Data is one of the most valuable assets in a 21st century business. Oftentimes, equipment and intellectual property are the only assets of greater value. What is the value of the data in your business, and have you positioned your business with a solid backup strategy? If the answer to this question is anything but a resounding yes, let's talk about your backups. Thank you for watching today's video, and thank you for looking at Need